In today's video, we're installing the CRL PR90 door closer using the standard arm or regular arm configuration. This is the pull side installation, meaning the closer mounts on the side of the door you pull toward you. The PR90 can be installed in multiple configurations, but today we're focusing on the standard arm setup, which is one of the most common commercial layouts. For this demonstration, we're configuring the closer for a 100-degree opening. We'll start with the door layout. All measurements begin at the pivot point of the top hinge. From that pivot, measure 7 5/16 inches over and 11/16 inch down from the top of the door. Mark your first hole and circle it. Now measure 1 inch over for your second hole, keeping the same vertical line. Next, lay out the bottom pair of holes. From the second hole, measure 3 inches over and 2 1/4 inches down. Circle that mark. Then go 1 inch farther for the fourth hole. This completes the 4 mounting points for the PR90 closer body. Now let's lay out the arm foot on the frame for a 100-degree opening. The first hole goes 11 13/16 inches from the hinge pivot, and the second sits 1 15/16 inches past that. Both holes should be marked 1 1/16 inches up from the bottom of the frame stop. Once everything is marked, use a center punch on each point, even when using self-drilling screws. Punching helps the screws start straight. Pre-drill your very first door hole using a 3/16 inch bit to make alignment easier when mounting the closer. Take the PR90 closer body out of the box. In a standard arm installation, the cylinder faces the hinge side. Position the closer over your marks. Run the first screw into the pre-drilled hole. Then install the opposite screw to square the body. Add the remaining screws to fully secure the unit. Next, install the main arm onto the closer pinion at a 90-degree angle to the door. Push the arm away from the hinge to confirm it moves in the correct direction. Remove the screw connecting the forearm to the main arm and set it aside. Attach the arm foot to the frame using the 2 marked locations. On the PR90 arm foot, the long side should always face the hinge for proper geometry. Once the foot is secure, close the door and reinstall the main arm onto the closer's pinion. Reconnect the forearm to the main arm using the screw you removed. Leave it slightly loose at first. Pull the forearm outward until it sits close to 90 degrees when the door is closed. Then tighten the screw down firmly. Now we'll adjust the closer. The CRL PR90 has 3 hydraulic valves. Sweep controls the main closing motion. Latch controls the final few inches. Backcheck slows the door as it opens. Start with the latch speed, making sure the door closes firmly against the strike. Then set the sweep speed, so the door takes about 15 seconds to close from a 90-degree open position. Finish by adjusting the backcheck, so resistance begins near 90 degrees to protect the door from wind or sudden force. Cycle the door a few times and make small adjustments until the closing motion feels smooth and consistent. Finally, install the decorative cover. Remove the correct knockout, slide the cover over the body, and tighten the small set screws to secure it in place. Open the door fully, let it close, confirm the sweep time, and make sure the latch engages properly. Your CRL PR90 is now fully installed in the standard arm configuration. For parts, support, or additional commercial hardware solutions, visit Door Closers USA or call 866-232-5673.